What's going on, guys? My name is Movie Driven and welcome to another movie review. Now today I'm actually going to talk about Orphan, but before I talk about the movie, it is kind of like a school movie because it is a school girl. Let me just talk about something that happened in school right now. Just a little bit quick thing here. Okay, so during class, it's this big class with everyone on college that is supposed to watch. We have this like once in a week. And it was today. When I was watching it, I was sitting in a position where my head was kind of tired, but I didn't fall asleep. I didn't even close my eyes. I was paying fully attention, but I was just sitting in a position where you could fall asleep. But I was fully awake though. I was fully awake. So I was actually kind of interested to be in this class. Then, all of a sudden, the principal, who's also in the class to see if people didn't sleep or not, she might be one of the dumbest bitch I've seen on the planet, or she misunderstood, I don't know, but for some reason she went to me and she poked me really hard in the head, in the back of my head, and it felt like a fucking punch, and it was just a poke, and that's like the hardest poke I've ever got in my life, at my head at least. And she said, "You can't sleep here, you have to sleep somewhere else, okay?" I was like, okay. And she said it like in an angry voice. It was like she was pissed off or something. She was stressed out. I was like, what the hell? Why poke me in the back head? I didn't fall asleep, bitch. I'm kind of pissed out about that. But we're going to talk about Orphan, so let's not talk about what happened today. Otherwise, it was a fine day. So let's talk about Orphan. I can't really be that happy about the film. I mean, it's not that terrible. Orphan is okay. It's an okay film. I've seen worse. I've seen better, I can tell you that. But I didn't have any contained spoiler review, a warning on this movie review. But I want to tell you guys that this movie review, I wouldn't say it contains spoilers. I mean, it kind of does. I'm going to spoil the ending. So if you are not interested in seeing this movie or you've already seen it, stick around. If you have plans on seeing it and you don't want to get spoiled, I'm sorry guys, but I recommend you to not watch this movie review because I'm going to say one thing about the ending that really just boggles my mind. Good way, bad way, we'll find out. Anyways, let's get into the movie review. The reason why I thought this movie was okay was because, well, it did entertain me. It did keep me fully awake. But there were some parts in the movie that really made it cliche and just not that great, you know? It's like, I felt the movie was going to be really bad, but it was an okay film. But when I go to IMDb and I check out the latest reviews, it's like they're giving it such good ratings, and everyone has their opinion, of course, but I'm just stating mine. Now let me just tell you that it did have some suspensions. I'm pretty sure if I watched this in the theater, I probably would have some suspensions, just some of it. But I didn't, of course. I watched it on TV. I don't know. I was never scared. I was never like, okay, stuff is gonna happen, stuff is gonna happen, stuff is gonna happen. I was never like that. I was just sitting there and watching a thriller movie, basically. It's more like a horror movie, but I felt like it was a thriller movie, you know? Not that much of a horror film. You know, the doctors, here's something that the spoiler's gonna come out. The doctors find out that she's an orphan, right? The movie's called Orphan. It kind of spoils it itself, so why not? The doctor doesn't realize that she's an orphan. Okay, so there's a part in the movie where she breaks her arm and she claims it on her mother, right? Then she gets all the claim and the doctor's checking out her arm, and then later, during the ending of the film, they find out, oh, she has bones of a 9-year-old, but she's actually a 35-year-old. So she's an orphan. And they find out that now, and they couldn't find that when they were checking out her arm, or they couldn't check it out earlier before they even adopted her. Those are some shitty doctors, I can tell you that. Those are some really shitty doctors. I wouldn't trust them by any means if they were my doctor. I can tell you that. The father, he was really dim. How could you be so dim? How could you make the father so dim? Everything, so many accidents happened with the guy. In the trailer you see that when the orphan starts at school and they start making fun of her clothes. I mean, it's okay to have students like that, but does she really have to be a bitch? It's like, oh look, the Bible girl has schoolgirls, hoo. It's like, she believes in God. It's like, okay, she's 9 years old, but does she really have to be a bitch? I feel like that's something you can have in high school or something. It's like, okay. Also, it's something really cliche was like, at the beginning of the movie, it's like the son, he's really like, oh, who the hell is this, you know, orphan girl? Looking really weird at her, doesn't trust her with any means and stuff, and then calls her like immature, and he acts all older and stuff, and then later, 10 minutes later, he's like, hey dad, come and watch me play Guitar Hero. I mean, are you serious? That was not cliche, right? Wrong, that was really cliche. I don't know, I'm just gonna give this movie a 5 out of 10, of course, that's what I give all movies that are okay. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10, and just one more thing. The very ending, when the orphan dies, oh my god, I don't know why they did that. Why the hell did they do that? Why did you make the mother say, when the orphan said, help me mommy, and she says, I'm not your effing mommy, and then kicks her? What the fuck? Okay, first question, and the only question. Have you guys seen The Ring 2? That's the exact same line she says in the ending of The Ring 2. It's the exact same line. Not that it's a great movie, not that I want to spoil anything, it's not a great movie, but hey, The Ring 2 sucks, and that was just a shitty line, then why use that line? If it's a shitty line, don't use it. What the fuck? What the hell were they thinking? I wonder what the writers said. It's like, I just saw Ring 2 lately. Hey, want to use that line? Just to finish out the job earlier? Sure. Okay, then write it down. What the hell are we supposed to think, right? Are we watching The Ring 2 or something? The Ring 2 remake? The prequel? I don't know. The fuck? Not that the Ring movies are anything good. It's just, what the fuck? Anyways, I guess that's it for my review, guys. I don't know. It was just so many cliche things happened there, but some parts were also like, shocking. Oh, that was not sarcastic, but I meant it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this movie, you guys. Check it out for your own risk, I guess. Just don't tell me that I warned you if this movie's too cliche. Okay, bye.